Christina, and welcome to my channel, The Art of Peace. I've been in education for over 20 years as elementary school teacher, school principal, and I've worked in public, private, and charter schools. I also went to Montessori school as a child, and I've spent all of my teaching career in Montessori schools. So my channel will have definitely a Montessori lean to it, although all of these things that I'll be sharing you can use in any kind of school system, public, private, traditional, and Montessori. So I want to tell you a little bit of how it got started. My first year in teaching, I was in a public inner city school and realized that although my kids most had trouble reading and writing and math, one of their biggest struggles was the social emotional. They just weren't equipped with tools with dealing with all of the emotions from home and frustrations in class. So I didn't know what to do and talked to the principal, got some ideas there, but then my life changed when I saw Alana Van Zant on Oprah's show. And one of the things she did with all of her, the people that she worked with, was to teach them how to breathe. And then just take those calm breaths to help calm your body and your emotions. I also started taking yoga at that time, which again focused on the breath and using that as a relaxation tool. So the other thing was I got a quote that I had found, and it really resonated with me at that time. It's peace. It does not mean to be in a place where there's no noise, trouble, or hard work. It means to be in the midst of these things and still be calm in your heart. So I started to focus on teaching my students how to do that through relaxation, like I was doing in yoga, taking deep breaths, talking to each other about what their solution was rather than the problems. And when I put these things into place, we would have daily fights. Especially at recess, there would be 1 or 2 fights, and there'd be a couple in the classroom. It was intense. Teacher training doesn't necessarily teach you how to manage a class and manage all these emotions. They teach you how to teach a child how to do math, but if you can't handle the first level needs of a child, then the math doesn't matter. So once I started implementing these things, the fights decreased immensely. And then I even started to see my own students going outside of my classroom and teaching these tools to other students. And that's when I knew I had hit on something. One of these students was named Brandy, and I'll come back to her. I then moved to Colorado, and I worked with Sonny McFarlane. She is on AMS, American Montessori Society board. She helped start the Peace Committee. And she wrote this book, Honoring the Light of the Child, and it's peaceful activities to do with basically preschool, 3 to 6 year olds. Well, I've usually worked with older upper elementary students, 9 to even up to 15. And so I used a lot of these activities, but then just added some extra pieces to it or tweaked it a little bit that would make sense to an older child. So I did that in Colorado, but then I soon moved back to Ohio to run the school that I attended as a child, Gloria de Montessori. And we used these tools in the classroom. I shared it not just with my own students as I was running the school, I also taught, but I also shared it with the teachers in the building. And we had Sonny come out, and we started implementing it school-wide. And that was just a great period, I think, for all of us, being able to see how this worked. And we had a program in place before programs were coming into place for this, for social emotional learning. I then got a dream job to go back to Wyoming, where I had spent some time, and I helped open up a charter Montessori school there. And we trained the whole staff on Sonny's lessons and peace education. They implemented these in the classroom as well. And That's just been part of my life, and I've added to it a lot of different pieces that I had before, and then as I've continued to learn and develop it. And when I moved back to Ohio to help care for my father when he broke his neck, I ran into Brandy, the student from my first year teaching, and we ran into each other, remembered each other right away. We became Facebook friends, and we talked to each other here and there. But she really encouraged me to start this YouTube channel to start to share these tools out with everybody: moms, dads, grandparents, teachers in schools, and child care centers. They can be used anywhere. They can even be used in organizations to kind of create a common language so that people can learn how to calm themselves so that they can then interact with other people and resolve conflict. So it's been a couple years. I went and drove a semi-truck for a couple years to help out a friend of mine. And now I'm here in the pandemic, and I've been trying to get everything together so I can start this YouTube channel. So I hope that you join me on this journey, that you find some tools that will help you. And I ask that you like the video, but also subscribe, because I will be uploading videos over the who knows how long. And I know that the channel will morph. Once we go through these lessons, we'll start adding other pieces. I hope that you will make comments and join a community on the YouTube channel, and I'll also put a website on there that I'm developing. So please subscribe. Please share the YouTube videos to anybody that you think might be interested. And I just want to, ask you to join me on this journey, because I think we all need a little more peace in our life and relaxation. So namaste, be blessed, be grateful.